Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. Time for a brief disclaimer. Something that we've been talking about for a while now, and that of what I've been dealing with demyelination and multiple sclerosis, and a bit of a moment for the National MS Society, which is an incredible organization, an organization that I cannot imagine me fighting this fight without the National MS Society. So, the National MS Society is a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now, to move together towards a world free of multiple sclerosis. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. To contact the National MS Society, please call 1 800 344 4867. Again, 1 800 344 4867, or go to their webpage at nationalmssociety.org. And on that, it's time to talk. Yesterday, I spent most of the morning at the hospital over at UPenn, getting my first starter dose of Ocrevus, or Ocrevus, or however you want to pronounce it. I'll talk about that tonight. I'll talk about what the next steps are with. In the crazy week that this was, I think we all can use a few moments, maybe an hour, to talk about the week. Have a conversation about this, that, and everything, because this is the Venture Forward VF Talks. Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. And hi, I am John Venturini, or JV. You've seen it both ways. And that character back there, that cantankerous character back there, is a Triceratops who thinks he's a T-Rex. Henceforth, his name is Rex. And that will be a running joke for about, I would say, at least 10 more weeks. Just saying, plus or minus, right? Boy, it's really been a week. It's so been a week. In a sense that I've gone through the first infusion on Wednesday. I've gone through a lot of different things, and yet I feel like I'm in the right place right now. I feel like, doing a VF talks, doing Lita. I think that's helped. I think also taking this multiple sclerosis diagnosis straight on and going on Ocrevus, that's been important. So it's been a very important week. Has it been a very taxing week? Yes, very much so. But I'm here. And you know what? That's what matters, right? I keep pushing forward. I keep venturing forward, right? Hello to all of you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We got a few people here. Sammy, first one. How you doing? Say hey, and then Rex. Sammy says hi. Oh, okay. He says hi back. Is that full moon tonight? What's going on? Oh boy. Sammy, this is Rex and Lita. I think Rex will make an appearance or two in Lita sooner or later, so we'll have that. And yeah, Lita. Oh, good point. Lita has been very good. I'm really excited by the streams that I've watched thus far. We've only been this 2 days. It's been really good, and it's a wonderful sort of mix of those people that have live streamed for a long time and those that are new to live streaming. It is a wonderful mix of all these folks. And I gotta tell you, it's been great. It's been great putting in the first two assignments, the first 2 rounds, as I like to call them. We got 28 more rounds to go. I think that's a good time for me to at least mention. We talked about Lita yesterday and a couple weeks leading up to this, that Lita stands for Live Every Day in April. It's a workshop that we do through Live Streaming Pros. So livestreamingpros.com/Lita. Sammy is a graduate of Lita. He's doing it again this April, as well as many of you have also are doing Lita as well. And it's an incredible workshop. We learned so many different things, but more importantly, and it's not really a sort of a workshop on technical ability, it's a workshop on story. It's a workshop on how to craft your story, how to craft content. So it is an incredible exercise, it's an incredible workshop to do. So I think they have it open till April 7th as far as registration. So if you're interested, again, there's the website down there. Down there. Right. At some point, I'll be able to get that. There we go. Down there. livestreamingpros.com/Lita. And I think if you wanted to tell your story, if you wanted to try live streaming, now's the time to do it. I think now more than ever, this is the time to do it. So there's the website, and we'll probably mention it a couple more times during the show this afternoon. A couple more comments. This is the 3rd time Sammy's done Lita. So I guess my question for you, Sammy, not to go in the comments or whatnot, or you got the link to Ecamm up there, upper right hand corner. There we go, up there. is what have you learned from Lita? What have you learned as far as live streaming? What sort of things have you applied it to? Because again, it's one thing to take any information, but the other thing is what sort of instant sort of light bulb that goes off that says, you know what? I could start doing this. I know what to do now. I have a good understanding of what to do. So I'm curious of what your take on that is. And quite frankly, anybody else who joins the show today or whenever, if you want to talk about your experiences about what you've done with live streaming and what, yeah, please share all that, because there are a lot of folks that watch the show, whether it's the Venture Forward, the main show on Tuesday, Thursday, or the Conversation show on Friday. They're thinking about live streaming, but they, for one reason or another, they don't. And now more than ever is the time to start live streaming, right? Um, the one thing we've said is that it doesn't require more than a phone. It doesn't require more than your Android or your iPhone to start streaming. It is really easy to do that. So, yeah, I'm interested on your take on that. And if not, always let me know in the comments too as I take a sip of coffee, because it's been, you guessed it, a long day. Sammy says I might come up. Okay, great. That'd be awesome. Uh, Sammy's watching 3 streams right now. I had a funny feeling that me doing a VF Talks during the middle of Lido, something like this was going to happen. No worries at all. If you can, great. If not, no worries. It's fine. I wanted to talk about this coming weekend and moreover some thoughts, right? Because it has been quite the interesting, I guess, holiday season. Quite the most interesting March or February, March, and April. And I look at Sunday, which in Christianity it's Easter, but I mean you also have the Passover holiday that is running almost adjacent to it. That there's like some level of eye opening that's going on right now, and I think for me, realizing the lessons that I've learned, but also realizing the importance of the things I've learned, the importance of the things that I've gone through, have been more monumental than ever before. And it's more than just the times that I spent with the neurologist and going to UPenn on Wednesday and all that. I think it's more than that. I think it's also a renewed spirit on the weight loss, a renewed spirit on my sobriety, a renewed spirit on not gambling anymore. And it's the reason why we're on this show. It's the reason why I've done this show. It's the reason why I have been doing a Venture Forward since October. The other reason, of course, is Lita, right? So Lita has given me basically the sort of mindset to start doing this, that and also writing the book. But like, I feel like right now it's such an important time, and through the things I've gone through the lessons I've learned, it's all coming together. And there are times where I feel, I guess, knocked around a bit. Not to quote a song from the 90s, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I just I'm at a point right now where every moment seems to have a meaning. And the meaning may not be obvious right from the get-go, but trying to look into that meaning, that's where it goes, right? That's where everything resonates, right? So Sammy's watching me and 2 Lita streams. Me, Paul, and Susan. Yeah. Everybody's doing their latest stream right now, which is perfectly cool. And I had a feeling, as I said before, that I'd run into a little bit of conflict with it. It's fine. It's I'm glad to be doing this right now, and I think, if anyone could catch this on replay, it's great. It's at the end of this week, I really needed a chance just to sit here and talk about what's going on. And as I think I've as I think I've talked to you before on this show, sometimes that's what this is. It is very much cathartic for me to talk about exactly what all of this is, and then also having people, share their thoughts. That's why we live stream, right? During my latest stream today, I called it live streaming because, in fact, a lot of people that live stream are streaming about their lives. I know I certainly am streaming about my life too. So, yeah, it's been an important week. There was a time last week leading up to the Ostervis infusion on Wednesday where um, I said that I was scared, and leading up to the infusion on Wednesday, I was scared. And right now, I would say that not as scared as I was, but I'll be absolutely brutally honest about this. It has really knocked me around a bit, and it was a half dose. A half dose. A drug that basically targets certain B cells, removes them because multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disorder that is generated from your B cells attacking your body. So what Oservis does, amongst other MS drugs, is it targets the B cells. Not necessarily all the B cells, but the B cells that are tied to a certain, I forgot what the term was, but the certain genome that is tied to MS. So it's not a cure for MS, but basically it is what we call a disease modifying treatment. This modifies the immune system so there wouldn't be any sort of further flare up. There wouldn't be any sort of further bout with fuzziness on top of my head, or fuzziness down my legs, or drop leg, or optic freezing, or any of the symptoms that I've talked to before on the show. So that's why Oservis and other drugs, we talk about Capaxin, we talk about Avonex, we talk about Rebif, Betasterin, right? There's a whole slew of different drugs that are in the MS landscape right now that are helping people, right? So we talk about the things like the MS Walk, we talk about the National MS Society, because the work that the National MS Society, the National MS Society does is it helps folks with MS, their families, their friends, find a path forward. They work with research. They work with the major pharmaceuticals to find, that not help fund studies, but basically help with the studies, with the sense of the phasing of the certain drugs that are coming out. There's supposed to be something like at least a dozen new DMTs, disease modifying treatments, that are supposed to be launched within the next 2 years. There was a certain event that took place last year, which I won't mention because I don't want to be demonetized. But if it wasn't for that, I think we'd be closer to more of those disease-modifying treatments. But we are where we are right now. Ocrevus, I've heard it pronounced two different ways, has been around for about 4 years now. And it's something that has been basically prescribed to MS patients who have either the progressive form of MS or the relapsing, remitting form of MS. So it's been a drug that's really helped out many, many people who have multiple sclerosis. Sammy says live streaming. That's exactly what this is, right? And he says, wow. And I think you said it best when you said wow, because that's what this has been. It's been a lot of wow. I think about where I am now versus where I was in August when I did Alita last time, when everybody did the last Alita, and things have changed, right? A lot of things have changed since August of 2020 and now. But I also feel like I'm at a point right now where I have a better handle on what the path forward actually is, what the venture forward actually is, to use the name of the show. almost like a plug, but you're watching the channel, so there's no need to plug it, right? Hold on. Let me talk about the virtual MS Walk real quick. And I mentioned it on the show yesterday and on Tuesday, but it's worth me talking about this again. This year, because of this new normal, to which I'm not going to explain that term because who wants to be demonetized these days? The MS Walk is a virtual event. So people are going to do walks all over the country on May 1st. And much akin to before when there wasn't virtual MS Walks and there were actual MS Walks, there is fundraising because we're trying to raise money for the National MS Society. So what you see on the screen right now are two websites. You see rebrand.ly/adventure to a cure. That is the site for my team, for a virtual MS Walk team based in Westchester, PA. And, it's something where I have been donating money to the National MS Society for a while, for years. But now I think it takes a greater importance because I was diagnosed with MS earlier this year. So now, more importantly, it's time for me to spend as much energy and as much time as I can talking about the National MS Society, talking about MS, and informing a lot of people about a disease that affects over 1 million people in this country. It affects about 3.4 million people in this world. So it's weird that it affects a lot of people in this neck of the world, by way of North America, but then it affects about 3 million plus around the world. It's a disease that's very individualized in the sense that it affects people in many different ways. It depends on which portion of your central nervous system, which portion of your brain has lesions. Because that's what it does. Your B cells are attacking you to create lesions that block the pathway between your brain and your body, your central nervous system and your body. So that's what's going on in my body, right? That's what's going on with anybody who has multiple sclerosis or a major demyelinating syndrome. So anyhow, going back to this, the website on top, bndfr.com/dn5r9, that is the team site for Susan Williams, who did the show last week. Thanks again, Susan, for doing the show. She's raising money for a team that is in honor of her daughter who has MS, and they've been doing the MS Walk now for, I think, 3 or 4 years. But a great site, great team that she has up there in New England. There's a site for me on the bottom, rebrand.ly/adventure to a cure. Great organization, without question. And I guess while we were talking about this, might as well talk about the number again. In that the National MS Society is an organization, a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now, to move together towards a world free of multiple sclerosis. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. The MS Society has raised over $1 billion for research and to help find disease-modifying treatments and potentially, and I think we're really close, a cure for multiple sclerosis. So you talk about one of the largest charitable organizations for disease in this country, maybe even the world. We're talking about the National MS Society. So to contact the National MS Society, please call 1-800-344-4867. Again, 1-800-344-4867. Or go to their webpage at nationalmssociety.org. Speaking of, next week, next Thursday, special time for the show on Thursday. It will be a 7 o'clock start instead of 6:30. We're going to have another perspective on multiple sclerosis. You've heard from me. I talked about my story. We've heard from Susan Williams. Susan Williams will have another guest on Thursday that will tell her story as well. as she has been dealing with multiple sclerosis for a while. Um, it's amazing what you find with people who have MS and how individualized the disease actually is. So, anyhow, 1-800-344-4867, nationalmssociety.org. And we have Matt Haas. Matt Haas, how are you? Hope you're doing well. By the way, great Lita stream earlier. You did a great job over there, Matt. So, good to see you. I'm going to take another sip of coffee because my mouth is dry. Quick question for those of you that are doing Lita. Outside of the things that, what have you learned from Lita, but also, what sort of things are you trying to change up as you're doing this set of Lita streams, the April set of Lita streams? So, love to learn more. Matt says, are you allowing peeps on his show today? Yes, there's the website up there. That should be able to connect you. So if you want on, it's there, and I would love to have you on. In fact, I will already put this in 2-panel just so you can be on. And while we wait for that, I will say this. I absolutely am enjoying working with these incredible people once again. They are fantastic. And I gotta say, hang on one second. You talk about a group of people that absolutely enjoys this art form. This is the group. This is the group without question. So it's so fun to be working with these people again, for sure. Let's see. Be right there. Need a minute. Go back to live mode. Yeah, so as we wait for Matt, quick question for those of you that are watching. Any big plans for the weekend? Holiday weekend for some. So, got any big Easter or Passover plans this weekend, or any weekend plans for that matter? Let me know in the comments. I am planning to see family on Sunday, which I'm looking forward to. It's been a while, so it'll be great to see them. It'll be great to spend some time around a dinner table for Easter, because last Easter I did a Zoom Easter. It was done on Zoom. And you want to talk about something that is completely weird and strange and foreign, is having an Easter dinner online on Zoom. Not to say that there's anything wrong with Zoom. Nothing wrong with Zoom, but it's like definitely a quintessential example of what the new normal is, right? When you're talking about an Easter dinner, and you can't. There's a certain level of familiar sort of, or family sort of feel about it when something that's normally done at the same table is done online. That said, had a great Easter dinner last year, but I'm really looking forward to having Easter dinner with them on Sunday. That said, I don't know what's for dinner for Easter dinner on Sunday. So if any of my family shows up on this stream and want to tell me, go right ahead. Because, again, this is a conversation about anything and everything, right? So we could talk about that too, as I take yet another sip of coffee. Today's topic, so for those that are not taking Lita, today's topic was strengths and weaknesses. And it was a very eye-opening topic today. A lot of incredible streams today. I know it was an important stream for me because I wanted to talk about why things felt a bit different. At the end of my stream today, I talked about the MS diagnosis, um, which I think explains the idea of strength and weakness, but also the importance therein. Eh. Matt, are you there? I see nothing but a dark screen over there. And I can't hear you either. You're on mute. Matt. There he is. There's the man of the hour.
No, I'm not on mute anymore. I think that was maybe a host thing.
Oh, that could have been a host thing. In other words, that was a me thing? Yes. Could have been a me thing. Sure.
Hey, it's technology. We never know, right?
Yeah. Who knows this? Who knows this technology thing we're talking about anyway?
I certainly don't. What am I, some sort of tech expert? Oh, wait a minute. I am.
Oh, uh-oh.
Hey, last week I was I was finally getting in front of my computer where I could jump on, and you had just stopped the show. I was like, I just missed it.
Yeah, last week was a very very short show because I think at that point I was just getting ready for what was going to happen on Wednesday, and I think my mind wasn't there.
Gotcha.
It's not to say that I didn't put something out there, because I was glad to get something out there, but I just, my mind wasn't there for sure.
I just wanted you to know that I made the attempt. There we go. Now I got everything at least in pretty good shape. So it's good to see you in the lead of challenge again.
Yes. Yeah, it feels really good to do that. I'm trying something a little different with my streams. You honed in on it before. I'm doing it from a different room, with a different camera angle, with a different no microphone. It's changing it up. Changing it up.
I dig it. Seems like you're having fun with it.
Yeah,
that's always good.
I absolutely am enjoying it. Sammy says, "Are you having a guest?" Yeah, Matt Haas. You might have heard of him. He's new to the art form. I'm not sure if you heard of him yet, but he's quite good.
Yeah, yep. I'm breaking some things in. I have been a streaming machine lately. I've been all over the interwebs, John. I was on Sammy's show. I was on Tallboy's show. I had Tallboy on my channel as a guest, which I never have guests on my channel, hardly ever, but he was. And then, I did my Mind Equals Blown show, and I did my All Things YouTube show. And
how is that Mind Equals Blown show working out? I haven't. I think I've caught like one.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're great. This past week, Brenda, she moved her camera farther away because she wasn't worried about the green screen, because she has one of those green screens, but they're only like about that big. Like it's not like the whole wall. So she tries to get the camera real close, and the white lights right on her. It's like a white burn, but this time I'm telling you, she moved it out. She didn't have the green screen. She was well lit. It was the best image of Brenda I have ever seen. My co-host, I was like, whatever you're doing, keep it in that exact spot. She goes, well, in a few weeks I'm moving upstairs. We're gonna tear all this down. I'm like, no, you just got it perfect.
Don't move it. No, it's gonna go. No, don't do that.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And hey, she gives something away to a live chat member every show, where she'll mail it to you. Like they're physical items. She's like, you could have your choice of these three. I don't know how she does it, but she does it.
Do you take are you taking guests on that show?
No, it's only me and her.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the way we roll. we do that to keep any potential guest from being emotionally scarred, because her and I go at it like
Matt, you know me by now. I'm good for the emotional scarring. Come on. You know who you're talking to? Give me a break.
Oh. Yeah. Who knows? Hey, you never say never, right?
Right.
I'll mention something to her.
Okay.
I'll have my people talk to her people, and our people will talk to your people.
People? What people? What people? What people are you talking about?
This is the internet. You're supposed to embellish.
Oh, my staff of 19. Who knew? Who knew?
They're all on a corporate retreat. That's what I was talking about.
Were they on their corporate retreat on the West Coast over like in Washington or Oregon somewhere? You thinking?
Yeah, something like
yeah.
that. Have you ever been on any of those? Oh, they're so painful.
A couple.
Because I'm so busy, and I go to these personal development 1-day classes, and it's always, all right, stand up and then shake the person's hand. I'm just like, oh, can you just get to the point? I'm like, I don't want to shake people's hands. I'm very busy. Tell me what I'm here to learn.
I don't want to shake hands. Pete's hand is clammy. No, I don't want to. No.
Oh, I'm so glad I haven't been to any of those lately.
Yeah.
But Yep.
We have
so it's really exciting.
Yeah, we got Paul Burke saying, "Hey, sir, how you doing, Paul? Mr. Burke,
There he is.
The man of the hour, the man with, I would say, probably the best first Lita stream I've ever seen in my entire life in a very small sample size."
That's the one where he was drinking from the bottle.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
And he was rocking the cell phone too outside of his comfy lair. I was like, ooh, I like this Paul. Paul can turn on a camera and just go. Like, he can just light it up.
I might as well ask this question. I will remove this episode, but am I allowed to talk about that that episode, Paul? Am I okay with that? Let me know.
You're going to remove this live stream?
Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to. I don't know. Just making sure I'm in the right here, because I don't want anyone to be upset.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what you're getting at. Obviously.
Well, no, it's a private group, right? So.
Oh, right. Okay, you want to talk about what happened inside Alita? I see.
Yeah, I didn't talk about anyone else's but mine, and Paul's, and yours.
Well, I'm an open book, but not that I probably have anything worth repeating. Because I'm self-deprecating.
See, now Sammy, being the executive producer, says that is right. It's in the rules. Thank you, Sammy. Appreciate it.
Gotcha. I haven't talked about anything specific. I'm just saying just how positive it is. That's allowed.
Paul says, "That's great, man. I'm glad you have a renewed spirit. JV has risen."
Some Halo music in the background.
We can also talk about Sammy's. Aha. That's like a 1.5 ha, Sammy.
We better not break the rules there, JV.
Oh,
well. Gotta fly on the straight and narrow. I'm out of bail money. Come on.
You're out of bail money?
We gotta play it safe.
I'm out of bail money too. Don't forget, I'm bankrupt now.
Oh no.
Sammy says I talked about a nap. Ha. That's like a 2.5 hour.
You know what they can't take away when you're bankrupt? Cryptocurrency. You don't give your password, no one's getting in that wallet.
Paul says, "Oh my God, I was watching your live from 30 minutes ago." Sammy was taking a nap, so he was taking a nap.
I see. Naps are good.
Right.
Naps get more pleasurable and happen more often as you get older, Sammy.
So
I know that from experience.
What you're saying is Sammy's really old.
He has a mature, analytical mind.
Mature analytical
mind. He is a
mind.
Superstar after all. You know?
Well, yeah, it's in his name.
And I like the term creative genius.
I'm sorry. Why? That was very bad timing. I was drinking coffee, went down the wrong pipe. You said creative genius, and I started coughing.
Okay, understood.
Sammy, you are a creative genius. That's nothing against you. That literally just me drinking at the wrong time. Hold on, I gotta drink this little bit. No one says it. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. And then,
Hey, I bought more of those Velcro straps to strap down the loose wires around the office here. And I've noticed something. There is a new force in the universe. No matter how many Velcro straps you buy, you will always need more.
that's a money making scheme, isn't it?
I burned through them. I'm like, okay, I got to put some here, here, here. I got to put some here, here. This piano, all the crap, all the gear, it's all tucked away on the frame of this piano. No cords on the floor except for the sustain pedal, which needs a cord. It's immaculate.
It's like butter.
It's
Paul
like,
says, I was wondering, why do these chat comments not tie into what's happening on the live stream? Found out I was 30 minutes behind. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you're with us in the present, Paul.
Yeah, we're live at 5:56 Eastern, 2:56 Pacific right now.
AD.
AD, right. Sammy says, I took a nap at 11:15 and I wanted to wake up at 12 a.m. so I could do it, but I woke up at 12:40 a.m. So see, now he is becoming an elderly person.
Oh, yeah.
So I woke up just for Lita. Yeah, that sounds about right.
How is it possible you fall asleep in a recliner? Step 1, sit in a recliner. Step 2, be old. That's how you fall asleep in a recliner.
Step 3, watch like 5 or 6 episodes of Matlock. That helps.
Drink your milk of magnesia.
Drink your milk of magnesia.
Reward yourself with a Werther's original candy.
And some, chocolate covered Geritol. Something like that. Sammy with a 3.5 hour. Ha 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 ha. Well, Matt loves audio. Sammy also says step 3 saying ha. Oh, here we go. Ha 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 ha. Like 12 ha's, 20 times. That's step 3. So now also step 3 also makes you sound like you're a madman, like you're crazy. So you want to be careful about step 3 and applying step 3 in the most delicate manner possible.
Do you remember, what was it? It was South Park with the underpants gnome. They were like, this is our business plan. It's a 3-step business plan. Step 1, steal underwear. Step 2, we forget what step 2 is. Step 3, success!
Success!
The underpants gnomes.
Apparently I missed a ha ha ha. It's like a 3.5. No, I said you had a 3.5 hour before, Sammy. I mean, you could roll back the tape. I mean, or whatever this is. Yeah, 3.5 hour.
He's trying to spell my last name over and over again, but he's omitting the S.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I think, as long as he doesn't have your social security number, I think you're safe.
Yeah, right. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness.
My God. Any big plans for the holiday weekend?
Yes, I am going to Millersville to see my son and his girlfriend and their new dog. And we're going to go to the dog park. And I'm taking a reciprocating saw with a metal cutting blade. And I'm going to cut up one of his end tables that he wants to modify to put a gaming steering wheel on. And he can get his feet under the... Anyway. He's like, Dad, this end table's aluminum. I need you to take this crossbar and cut it off. How would you go about doing that? I'll bring my reciprocating saw with the metal cutting blades. I knew you'd have a tool. I'm like, I've got all the tools.
He loves woodwork. He loves woodworking things. He'll probably live stream from it.
Yeah.
Sammy has a YouTube question. Don't forget to put a Q in front of your question, Sammy. You know the rules.
You can cut aluminum with regular woodworking blades. Did you know that? Because it's a soft metal. Yeah.
Don't know why. Sammy says, why can't I get notifications for JV? I don't see a Q in front of it, so I'm not going to answer it.
Does your phone block all notifications from YouTube? Maybe your phone is suppressing the YouTube app from communicating.
He put the Q in front of it. Yeah, maybe it's your phone. And I told
Um,
you gotta get off of the BlackBerry, Sammy. It's 2021. There's new technology out there.
Notifications are an imperfect science, and that's why you should never rely
Does your phone
on
look like this?
platforms. Oh, he literally has the BlackBerry. John, you'll need to fire up your email list, and then you can send emails every time you go live or post a video. That way, Sammy won't have to rely on getting the janky alerts. It's on the M1
Should I
Mac
use
Mini.
what, Eudora, or should I use Netscape Mail?
MailChimp.
Mail. Oh, right. It's on the M1 Mac Mini. He's having these technical difficulties with.
Dude, I cannot wait until the new hardware drops from Apple, and I hope those new iMacs are in there. I hope to God they're in there. I am buying up that whatever that lowest end iMac is going to be. I'm going to max it out with every available option, and I'm going to get that 23-inch iMac, and it's going to be glorious. And if they sell it in mint green, I'm going to get the ugliest mint green color for the
I want it to look like baby puke. Can I get the baby puke iMac, please?
Well, everything's green in this place, if you haven't noticed. Put that on.
Well, it is green, but do you have to go? I mean, okay, that's a good green, but I mean, the green that you're kind of entailing in that description reminded me of baby puke.
Have you seen the mock-ups of the potential colors?
Yeah, I did. I know.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking to.
Yeah, they have them on the interweb. Why do I have this in? I don't even need this. I can hear you. Can you say something?
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Don't know what. Gotta protect. Oh, I did have my hearing test. Did I tell you?
What was that?
Did I tell you I was getting a hearing test? And John, I'm slow. I'm very slow today. This has been a hard week.
It has been a hard week, for crying out loud.
I've been burning the candle at both ends. No, I did, and guess what? Freaking, I'm within normal tolerances of hearing.
You're normal.
I'm like, you're so full of it. I can't hear people talking. And
it's the only channel. I just made a video so then I can show you. It feels like it's made for kids. What is he talking about? Sammy, what are you talking about?
Maybe the lack of alerts he's getting from the Venture Forward channel, the notifications. Yeah, we believe you. We believe you that YouTube's not sending you your duly earned notifications.
Then join us on Twitch, or join us on Facebook, or join us on. That's it. That's all I have.
Are you multi-streaming?
Yeah, I'm multi-streaming.
Oh, that's right, because I was on Facebook and I couldn't get the link. Because in the better platform, YouTube, it pins it at the top, and it's convenient to get to. Well, Sam, we wish we had answers for you, brother, but
yeah, I
notifications are a squirrely thing. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they fail. Because YouTube systems can kind of fall in and out of working capacity. Yeah. Well, who knows?
Sammy gets the notifications from Facebook.
Yeah. Then switch to YouTube. I sometimes get that as well. YouTubers that have a lot of success, man, they lean on that email list hard, and they send out that email, and people get it in their inbox, and it's always in the inbox. As long as it doesn't go into spam, like if the user makes sure it's not spam and gets it all humming day one, they're going to get that email every single time, and that's gold, because then you don't have to rely on YouTube's notifications or blah blah blah.
Yeah, I mean, the notification system, it's not the first time I've heard that. It's not the first time I've heard people having a hard time with the YouTube notifications, and they're getting some of them, and then they're not getting others, and...
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is. It absolutely is what it is, from what I hear. So you're gonna do some woodwork this weekend. You're gonna have family dinner. You gotta get maybe a video or 9 for the channel. It's good.
Yeah, yep. I will be in the wood shop too, and I'm gonna start my lawn. There's the lawn, the grass is growing, so I'm gonna throw down some pre-emergent stuff to keep the crabgrass from growing. I'm gonna cut it, and a couple days later, I'm gonna throw down some fertilizer, and gonna get the whole regiment going.
Sarah says, "Howdy, howdy,
Hey,
Sarah. How are you?"
Sarah. How are you?
There's a person over on Twitch that I can't get over for some weird reason, and I apologize to the person that's watching on Twitch, but for some weird reason, when I try clicking the add to broadcast, I can't get it over. So, hi, hope
Hi,
you're
person
well.
from Twitch.
Person from Twitch, hello.
I'm watching the YouTube stream. I'm not watching, or the chats from YouTube, I should say. As a guest, I don't have access to all of them. I guess I could call them up individually.
You could.
That requires work.
It does require. Who wants to do that? No one really. No one wants to do that. Why would you want to do that?
On Facebook or Twitch, just type in all caps if you want me to see it, and maybe I'll hear you a little bit better. Because I'm only watching the YouTube.
Now, Sarah, did you do your round 2 yet? Because I don't think I saw your round 2 yet. And if you did, I apologize. Just haven't come across it yet. But then again, I've had a very, very strange day. I'm feeling the effects of Wednesday. So.
Kat Mulvihill had a good tip about going into the media tab and then only showing videos. Then you get a first in, first out view of all of the Lita live streams. Because if you just look at the wall, the default discussion tab in the group, it'll sort it by people you've seen before. And sooner or later, you're only going to see the people that you've seen before. You'll never see the newbies. So anyway, you get it. You get it.
I think I got it. But then again, maybe I don't get it.
You get it? He's a good fella. You get it.
You get it. You get over here. How you doing?
A bibbidi bobbidi.
Bibbidi boppity. Got a political question. Oh, I
boy.
guess I could bring it up, right? Should I? What do you think of Joe Biden? His age and slowness isn't very motivational.
I'll be surprised if he serves his full term.
Yeah, you're getting that sense too, huh?
It doesn't take much to come to that conclusion. Yeah.
Sarah said, I did it mistakenly on my personal page. Some really wrong people saw it. It's now deleted. And it may be a bit rough to redo.
Wait, some really wrong? How can there be really wrong people seeing it?
Yeah.
I guess it was supposed to be for a private group. Never mind. I get it now. Again, I'm slow today. I'm just not moving as fast as I should.
I think Sarah's saying, I think he's fine in what you mean by Biden, correct? I assume?
Wow.
What? Huh?
I was going to talk about the stimulus, but...
Yeah, should I bring up Jonathan's question again? You want to talk about the stimulus? There it is.
Did you talk about the stimulus? We can
No.
talk about the Oh, yeah, I answered that question.
Yeah, so the stimulus. What I heard there's a 4th stimulus coming?
Oh, that I don't know. I did recently get the stimulus, so I have it. Came in. That's all I was going to say about it. I was wondering, what
Her liaison from the art museum. This was day 2, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, I think, are we getting to a point where we have some sort of earned, well, it's not earned income credit, but like a living wage or whatever the term is? We might be getting there. I don't know. I think the stimulus payments will end up being something like that, given the administration and what's going on in Congress. Sarah says, I think Biden has an incredibly smart, competent team. Yeah, I think it's definitely interesting to see how this comes together. There's going to probably be another stimulus payment. It's just a question on how that gets unearthed.
Yeah.
Sarah also says, I also think he's very strategic. Yeah. The question therein, though, is can he put in the 4 years?
Right. That was the original question. And we'll see. I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll surprise us.
Mm.
Yeah.
You want to address something about the predecessor for a second?
Go for it.
Wants to start his own social media network? How real is that, do you think? Given that we
like
do
a
stuff in
legit
social
thing?
media.
Well, people say they're going to do a lot of things. We'll believe it when we see it. That's I don't think it has a snowball's chance in hell of taking off. But who knows?
Sarah says, I don't think it matters, but I actually think he will. Oh, I think he will. I just don't think he is going to have the massive sort of support that he thinks it's going to be.
Well, I mean, in order to do that, you'd have to roll up your own servers, because if he uses infrastructure from a company that rents infrastructure like Amazon AWS or any other cloud, Microsoft Azure or whatever,
Or GCP.
whatever, if he, that's not going to fly. He would have to put servers all over the country that he owns and administers, and that's a very hard thing to do, because the other companies will take it down. That's what they did to what was the Twitter clone that they took down? Rumble, or what was it called?
Bumble?
No.
Tumble?
Yeah, they anyway, they went to AWS, and AWS kicked them off the server, because that's how you build apps. You go to Amazon, and they give you servers to build your app or your website. And well, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see if he does. We'll see if he doesn't.
Jonathan says, is debt not important? More money can be made, but inflation comes with it.
Well, see, that's what I'm worried about, because your dollars are going to buy an awful lot less because they've printed so much money. Have you seen the graphs? It's scary how much new currency flooded the system. And when that happens, then a gallon of milk goes up to $6. It's just I'm like, is my retirement now going to be half of its value? You try and think. I don't know. I hope we're going to need business, and we're going to need small businesses pumping out product and being successful. Like, we need a thriving economy to make up for all of this extra money they've printed.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened to Zimbabwe. They have $1 million bill because their money is so worthless. They have to have tote bags worth of cash in order to buy lunch. That's how reduced the value of their currency was.
Did they sort of centralize the currency in Zimbabwe? Whatever happened?
Sure what happened to it? I'm not following, but there is a bill. Let me see if I can find.
We were joking about Turkish lira before, but you think about that for a second too.
That's actually pretty stable, and I think 1,000 Turkish lira is worth a lot more than what I said on the stream. Zimbabwe currency.
In the meantime, Sarah says, got the wrong one. What happened with black executives yesterday is a game changer for SB1. And then Sarah says, onshoring production will change things.
Oh my God.
What happened?
This has got to be a joke. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
It's nothing.
I'll give it the pip over there.
$100 trillion Zimbabwe bill. that is a very real possibility from pumping too much currency into a market.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out what is 100 Turkish lira. USD. 100. Okay. $12.25 for 100 Turkish lira. So if I had 1,000 Turkish lira, that would be $122.45.
It's definitely something. It was a running joke for a long time. Turkish lira being so inflated like that.
Well, the Zimbabwe dollars are off the charts. Turkish lira, Turkey's fine. It's just what the conversion is. I mean, some currencies are worth more than others.
Sarah saying, smash that like button, kids. Yes, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Sarah, for mentioning that. Appreciate that.
You can.
Jonathan laughing says, big tech doesn't only censor hate speech; they censor speech they hate too, which is unfortunate.
Well, one of the benefits of the blockchain is there's no ownership, therefore no censorship. So once businesses and applications start moving to the blockchain, which they inevitably will, there will be a utopia where everyone is equal. Everyone has the same ability to reach an audience without anyone being lifted up nor anyone being pushed down. There will be no more elite 1% class pulling the strings. There will be no lower. So we're in an interesting time.
Very interesting time for sure.
Blockchain, where everything is visible. You can still be anonymous, but all transactions are fully visible, and there's no way to cheat the system, and there's no way to suppress, and there's no way to lift up. And that's going to be a very different world than we live in now, because everything's going to be merit-based. I mean, if it's worthy of eyeballs, people are going to see it. And if it's not worthy, people aren't going to see it. And it has nothing to do with algorithms or, all of the messy stuff.
Yeah.
That's in society. So we'll see how that unfolds.
Yeah, it's very much a interesting time we're living in from an economic state, but also I talk to many different people, and they foresee that sort of 2008 thing happening again.
With the housing crisis?
The housing crisis, but with everything that's being basically procured with margin and credit and whatnot, and that sort of crash. Yeah.
Well, see, they were supposed to put the safeguards in place, but I heard the car lending is starting to fall into the mortgage scandal type thing, where they gave a bundle of mortgages a AAA rating when they should have been like the worst rating. And that's what tipped the market, is these fake rating systems, or these unscrupulous, unfair ratings of the volatility of the mortgages. I heard the same thing's happening with car loans. Yeah. I mean, how easy is it? You hear these radio commercials. If you make $2,000 a month and have $500, you're approved.
Yeah.
You
which
know, that
also,
sounds a little sketchy. I mean, that doesn't sound bad, but I mean,
but I also think it also inflates the price of cars too. In that sense, if they're willing to give car loans to anyone and everyone, that kind of overinflates the market, does it not?
oh yeah, you got to be so. There's car. You know what I heard about car buying?
Mm.
Never, under any circumstances, say to the car dealer, "I'm paying with cash," because the margins aren't on the car itself; it's on the payment vehicles. Not vehicle. It's an accurate term, but it
Right.
confused me. The payment mechanisms is where they make
Mechanisms,
money.
methods. Yeah.
So you never tell them you're gonna pay with cash. And there's a whole technique where you get the offer, like
Hmm.
you get the printed offer, and then you tell them that you want cash. And then what they'll likely say is, "Oh, any cash buyers, it's an automatic $700 fee, like if you pay with cash." And they're like, "Okay, well, what kind of payment?" "Oh, well, if we set you up with a payment plan, you won't get the $700 fee." And then you say, "Okay, I'll pay half. I'll put a half down payment." Like you try and I just thought it was fascinating that selling a car, the actual sale of the physical car is zeroed out. No profit whatsoever. All of the profit is the loan they try and sell you. It's crazy.
I gotta, I'm getting, getting Twitch hacked over here. It's great.
Oh,
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm, I can keep talking. I get so frustrated. One of my friends who's not that smart was talking about how he was negotiating the car. And after picking his brain a little bit and asking some questions, what he was really doing is he was haggling on the monthly payment, not the cost of the car. So, oh, okay, we'll take it for 6 years. And like, that's that. Come on, people. You don't haggle on the monthly payment amount. You haggle on the price of the car. And just, I'm like, oh, no, no, no. What are you doing?
Yeah,
You're hurting my brain.
without question.
Your
Yeah,
question?
you know what? No, I'll end it over there too.
You're getting
Anyhow,
hacked?
moving right along. Hold on one sec.
Is hack the right term?
No, I'm just getting a lot of spam over there.
Oh, okay. Stop spamming the venture forward over there on Twitch. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. For sure. Well, anyhow, whatever you end up doing this weekend with the woodwork and Easter dinner and all that stuff, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend for sure,
Yeah,
and
right
a
back at
wonderful
you.
holiday.
What's on your agenda? What
Heading up to
trouble are you
the
getting
heading
into?
up to see the family on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice. I'm sure
I
they'll be glad to
yeah, I'm
see
going to
you.
see them on Sunday. It'll be nice, and tomorrow probably just going to do some administrative stuff and probably rest a bit more because I still feel a bit groggy from the infusion on Wednesday.
Mm-mm-mm. I'm taking a class on Skillshare. It's a college level class on music theory.
Mm.
So I'm trying to better understand the instrument I'm attempting to learn. I've come so far, but I'm only scratching the surface. It's
Mm.
the whole world, instruments and reading music and uh, semitones and octaves and chords and keys. It's a lot to take in.
It is a lot to take in for sure. But the thing is, and the one thing I've learned about you is you are an incredible, incredible learner. You have an incredible mind about you, so it doesn't surprise me in the least.
Can I let you in on a little secret?
Sure.
This is what I'm hoping to do. Like after I get really good at the piano, so probably several years from now, I hope to figure out a way to slightly change the frequencies of each note.
Mm.
And I'm gonna step them down or step them up a little bit until it aligns with the frequency that our sun resonates at. Our sun resonates at, what is it, 400 and something hertz?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a key on the piano that's almost that exact frequency, but not quite. So I want to retune the piano ever so slightly so it aligns with the resonant frequency of our solar system and see if the sounds feel any better because it will be in sync. Let's see. Sun frequency.
So you're big on the frequency work and trying to find 724 hertz and that sort of thing?
Yeah. One of the notes in the lower register, it's almost the exact resonant frequency that the sun plays.
If you have the exact coin that can get me like $9 million in Bitcoin, if you could play it right now, that'd be really great.
Have you heard about the brown noise? There's supposed to be a resonant frequency called the brown noise.
That's another channel. That's another channel.
We don't talk about that on the Venture Forward.
Nor Lita. No.
What happens in Lita stays in Lita.
That's right. Yeah.
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
That's right. Or throw you out. Yeah, so yeah, going to see the family on Sunday. Looking forward to that, and just trying to rest up. I mean, Wednesday took a lot out of me.
Yeah, I heard, but I'm glad that one session's behind you, and now that's one less you'll have to do.
Yeah, it's one half of the way there, and then the other half of that starter dose will be on the 14th, and I'm sure I'll be just as groggy, if not more, after that. But it's important. My as I was explaining to the viewers earlier in the show, Oservis basically is something that takes care of the B cells, kills the B cells that are tied to multiple sclerosis and sort of demyelinating sort of behavior. And obviously it's going to require time for my B cells to grow back or B cells to be regenerated or whatnot, but it's important. Now, the one thing I said on the show on Tuesday, which is absolutely true, Oservis, the medication I'm taking, is not chemotherapy per se, but it's a medication that is attacking certain cells of my nervous system and my immune system. So, yeah, I'm feeling those sort of effects, and being completely transparent right now, I felt really groggy yesterday. Felt somewhat groggy this morning, but then it ebbs and flows, so I felt it like earlier this afternoon, and it's just, yeah, that's what I'm going through.
Well, you have that milestone behind you now, so
yes.
I'm happy about that.
Upward and onward, right?
You got it.
Yeah,
you got it.
And then next week, I'm going to do another episode on Thursday. We have someone lined up for the show on Thursday. If just need her to confirm, but she's also battling MS as well, and it'll be great to get another perspective on MS. So we'll have that on Thursday, and then Tuesday, as if next week isn't hard enough, Tuesday we're doing dealing with loss. So it's going to be a very interesting week for the Venture Forward while still doing Lita and doing everything else. But should be a good set of shows next week.
Awesome. Yeah, I love a full docket of content on the calendar. Feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, it feels really good. Feels great.
Rock and roll.
Indeed. And I think on that, I'm just going to put a giant bow on this and call it a VF Talks for this week. And I'll join you guys. Are you doing, wait, I forgot are you guys doing Clubhouse after this?
Oh, the Funhouse?
Yeah, Funhouse. Why did I call it Clubhouse? Funhouse.
I'll probably jump in.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to put a giant bow on this. Matt, as always, thank you for jumping on. Sammy, thank you for your comments. Sarah, thank you for your comments. Jonathan, thank you for your comments. I'm going to go back to main screen and put a giant bow on it. Matt, I'll
Thanks
talk to you later, sir. Thank you.
You got it.
Have a happy holiday.
Right back at you.
Thanks.
Happy Easter.
So let me go back to me. There we go. Hi, how are you? Yeah, so that's a bit of a preview of next week in the sense that we're going to talk about dealing with loss on Tuesday. The months of March, April, May, going into July is sort of a dramatic one for me in the sense that my dad's birthday is in May, and lost him in July, and my uncle we lost in the springtime as well. So we'll talk about all of that on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll have another guest that will talk about how she deals with loss as well. So we're looking forward to that conversation. A very important one, especially in light of everything that's going on. And then Thursday, we're going to get another perspective on MS, which gives me an opportunity right now to say that, and get the graphic back up. The National MS Society is a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now, in the sense that they want to move together towards a world free of multiple sclerosis. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. To contact the National MS Society, call 1-800-344-4867 or go to their website at nationalmssociety.org. And let me also talk about the fundraising we're doing for the National MS Society and that of the virtual MS Walk that is taking place on May 1st. As I mentioned earlier in the show and earlier this week, the MS Walk is a virtual MS Walk again this year because of the new normal. I won't say exactly what that is, but you kind of get an understanding of what that is. But I will be participating in the MS Walk on May 1st, as many folks will. I'll be doing a live stream on May 1st as well, so check your whichever way you watch this, YouTube or Facebook, for that information. But if you want to donate to the National MS Society in conjunction with the Virtual MS Walk, the fundraising that Susan Williams, who did the show last week, can be seen at bndfr.com/dn5r9. Again, bndfr.com/dn5r9. My fundraising for the walk that I'm doing in Westchester can be seen at rebrand.ly/adventure to a cure. Again, rebrand.ly/adventure to a cure. All the money raised on both of those sites is being raised for the National MS Society in conjunction with the Virtual Walk MS 2021. So, just in time for me to remind you the same thing I remind you at the end of every single Venture Forward and VF Talks. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong, stay sober. You're worth it. I'll see you Tuesday night at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific for a conversation about dealing with loss. We'll see you then. Have a great weekend. Have a happy and healthy holiday.